So what's going on, everybody? I have an RU battle here, just playing on Showdown just because it was most convenient, and I ended up stumbling upon a good friend, and because like he was also randomly playing, and then I was randomly playing, and we stumbled upon each other. It was like, oh, that's cool. So let's just have a battle. So my RU team, it's pretty much the same RU team I've been using, RU Serious, and his team is just looks like stuff that he has. So yeah. Anywho, I decided to lead off with Yuxi as he leads off with Steelix, and I'm just going to go for a U-turn because I really can't do anything to him with Yuxi. So U-turn goes my Tangrowth, figuring he's just going to set up his rocks, but he ends up tossing me, which doesn't really matter too much just because I do have Regenerator working for me, so I just switch in and out depending on whatever. But right here, I decided to go for the Focus Blast on the off chance that maybe he would want to go into his own Tangrowth or his Durant or Typhlosion or whatever, so I can hit that thing pretty hard. But no, he ended up going into his Lantern, and then on the following turn, I'm just going to go for the Sleep Powder because I know Lantern really can't do anything to a Tangrowth unless it's an offensive set with Ice Beam, but I don't see those too often. So go into my Omastar as his Steelix is asleep, and then he ends up going into his own Tangrowth. I decided to go into my Bouffalon because I know Bouffalon can wall the hell out of Tangrowth. And I get the +1 from the Sleep Powder, so that's cool stuff. And yeah, so anywho, Steelix comes in. I'm gonna go into my Omastar and just take this opportunity to set up some hazards just because Steelix is asleep, and plus, unless Steelix wants like Dragon Tail or Earthquake, I'm fully physically defensive, so I can take those hits pretty well. But kill him off with the Scald, in comes his Lantern. I do not want to take a Thunderbolt or discharge from that thing, so I go into my Yuxi. And I'm gonna take this opportunity to go for the Heal Bell because since I'm specially defensive, I know Lantern really can't do a whole hell of a lot to me unless he has Toxic, but even then it's just like whatever. So decide to go for the U-turn as he ends up scalding me, so that's just whatever. I'm just gonna go back into Tangrowth because I know it's, like I said earlier, Tangrowth or his Lantern really can't do a whole hell of a lot to me, and since he's obviously going for Thunderbolt to scald, he doesn't have Ice Beam, so that's cool stuff. So go for the Sleep Powder here, and I miss as he burns me with the Scald. So that seems to be a theme in this battle. Hacks on my side. So he scalds me on the switch and gets another burn on the switch. So that's just So he ends up going into his Durant as I just go for a Psychic. I guess I just went for the Psychic just to get some damage off on the Lantern, try to kill that thing off sooner. But like obviously he ends up going to Durant. Right here, I'm going to predict him to want to set up or predict my switch. Not go for the Bug Bite or X Scissor. Bug Bite. It would probably be Bug Bite. But, no, I think he has X Scissor. Oh, well, either way, he ends up predicting my switch out, so he goes for the Super Power. And I end up paralyzing that thing, so that's cool stuff. So now this Durant is more or less crippled. I still haven't seen Heal Bell on the Lantern yet, so I don't know if that thing has it at the moment. But later on in the battle, or no, later on, afterwards, I end up discovering that he's just a Sleep Talk kind of set. But anyway, I go into my Emboar here, and I end up over-predicting. I end up predicting him to want to go into his Lantern to try to take a Flare Blitz. But no, he just ends up staying in, and I just fail to kill him with a Superpower, and he kills me with his own Superpower. So go for a Skull, or bring it Omastar, go for a Skull just to kill that thing off, because why not? And in comes his Tangrowth. So I'm going to switch out, go into my Bouffalon, and he predicts me this time and ends up doubling into his him on me, and then once again he ends up predicting me again, goes for the Blaze Kick, and I go into Rotom, and he burns me with the Blaze Kick. That's a 10% chance, which, well, whatever. So I decided to go for the Pain Split over the Thunderbolt because I know he's probably going to want to go into his Lantern to take the Thunderbolt, so I can just get a lot of HP back from that thing since Lantern has a lot of HP, and Rotom not so much. So go into Yuxi now, and it's pretty much just kind of a stally thing. Just I'm psychicking him, and he's scalding me. And the funny thing is that, spoiler for these next few turns, while this Lantern is still alive, he doesn't burn me a single time. So out of like 4 or 5 scalds, whatever number it is, he doesn't burn me a single time with 30%, yet he burns me with a Blaze Kick, which is like 10% on the first try. So I found that kind of funny. But he ends up scalding me, and yeah, so just more stuff. He ends up resting right here, so I think I am taking advantage of this, and I go into my Bouffalons? I think I go into Bouffalon. No, I go into Tangrowth, okay. So I go into Tangrowth, and I believe I just go for a Leaf Storm. Yeah. Oh, he also gets the Paralysis with the Thunderbolt, which is also 10% chance, which is like, why? And then, no, what happens? Oh, I missed the Leaf Storm. Yeah, that happens. I miss Leaf Storms. And then he ends up waking up here, goes for another Scald. I think I get paralyzed right here. I do get paralyzed. This whole time I'm trying to go for a Leaf Storm just so I could kill this thing, because I know for a fact a Leaf Storm can kill a Lantern from full health, because it's happened before. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to switch out now because I know a Thunderbolt's probably gonna kill me off, or if not, then I'm just gonna die to the Life Orb afterwards. And right here, Psychic, whatever, he ends up burning me with the Scald, and Yuxi dies. So, yeah, Ultimate Hacks is ultimate. So, anyway, right here, I decided to just go for a Head Charge, just because, hey, he has nothing on his team to resist that, and he has a Tangrowth left. So, I decided to stay and go for another Head Charge, and I get this another, I don't know if that's minimum or maximum, but either way, like I said earlier, I know Tangrowth can't do anything the Goof wants, so Hidden Power, Fire, Rock, Fire. It's probably Fire. But his Hidden Power is not going to be able to kill me at all. So, yeah. Anyway, comes the Typhlosion, and I was figuring that maybe he'd want to go for the HP Grass, predicting my Almost Star switch-in, fearing the Eruption, but no, just go straight for the Eruption. So I get to go into Almost Star now, just go for a Scald, because if you wanted to switch out and preserve his Typhlosion for later, then I have a chance to get the burn on something else, but either way. So in comes the Lantern, and he goes with Thunderbolt. I'm just going into my Bouffalon because I don't feel Bouffalon is all that use. No! Oh yeah, that's right, Bouffalon's faster than this thing. So I can kill that thing off with the Head Charge. It's 2-1. He's got this thing left, and something else. I don't know. Anyway, he goes for Fake Out. Fake Out really doesn't matter at all, just because I recover all that damage off the leftovers. So it goes for Close Combat, and I managed to live it just because of the fact that Omastar is a bulky motherfucker. But he ends up living the Scald, so that's like, why? So, anywho, right here, it pretty much just comes down to this last turn. If I don't get paralyzed, because Close Combat's stronger than Blaze Kick, so it's gonna go for that. I know I can live with Close Combat, so I end up getting paralyzed right here, and that's like, why? But anywho, but since he's a nice guy, he just ends up faking out, and since I have Life Orb, we're both just gonna die at the end of the turn, resolving in a tie. So that was good game, Sean, and yeah, so just a fun little match that was kind of unintended, but ended up happening anyways, and my rubber band snapped. So anyways, that was that. Hopefully I'll be trying to get some more Wi-Fi matches in soon, and then you'll be able to see some of those. But yeah, until then, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, feel free to comment down below. Do not forget to show the like button love, and if you are not subscribed already and want to see more battles such as this, then feel free to click that subscribe button down below. So with all this stuff being said, thanks for watching, and peace.